Hello, everybody. Welcome to a brand new, fresh episode of Osprey Observer TV. Johnny Torres with you as always. Thank you so much for watching, listening, whenever, wherever you may be doing so. And joining me as always, editor-in-chief of the Osprey Observer. It's Marie Gilmore. Hey, Marie.
Hi.
We, of course, always bring the best guests from the community doing incredible things. And today's no different. We've got a fun conversation ahead. Who's with us?
Oh, I'm so excited. So today we actually have a fellow podcaster who actually interviewed me a few weeks ago for his podcast. And I said, well, that's it. I'm going to turn the tables and invite you over to our podcast. So this is my good dear friend, Jose Roldan Jr., who's a husband, a father, a grandfather, and now a sought after movie extra and behind the scenes photographer and foodie who started to get involved in the local movie scene. And since January, just this year, he has over 12 credits on IMDb with many more to come.
Oh, wow.
Because once he got into the movie biz, he is in with both feet and gotten involved. In fact, he was at a red carpet premiere last night for another movie. But I personally got involved with him on Losing to Win with Dean Cain. So that was how our relationship got started. But welcome, Jose. How are you doing?
I'm doing good. Thank you for having me on the show. It's crazy when somebody else is interviewing when I'm not interviewing, so I kind of like it.
You're used to being the one asking the questions, and today You're the one being interviewed. Well, tell us about your path to getting involved in the movie biz.
Well, I've always wanted to be in the movie business ever since I was 18 and I graduated high school. And obviously I got married, so it kind of went down the drain. And then I'm 50 now, so that was 18. Back in December of 2021, I saw a thing on Facebook, and it said JC Films, and they were looking for extras. And I'm like, I don't know about this. Let me see what it is. And so that was Ghost Trader, and I put in to be an extra, and you know, they said, hey, yeah, okay, we could use you. So I got to be on set. I was like one of the final scenes. And then after that, you know, I started looking at other places on Facebook. There's a lot of groups that post for casting. And then next thing you know, I did Losing to Win and The Hanging of William Cain and Vicky and Trust God. And I've been in front of the camera and behind the scenes. You know, I kind of like doing pictures, BTS photography. And, you know, so it's kind of fun. And generally, depending on the film, I take anywhere from 200 to 400, 600 pictures. That way they have a lot to choose from should they want to use them for anything. And it's a lot of work, but I love it. And, you know, like next week, I'm going to be doing another BTS photography session, but it's going to be, I'm going to be interviewing the actors and the crew. So literally live. I've never really done that before, only on Zoom. So it's going to be a challenge, but I know I can do it because if I don't do it, I'll never know. So I'm excited about that, but things are looking up. I got some filming that's coming up soon. I'm going to be on the set of The End, which is a horror film, A Still Small Voice. That's coming up. Got some premieres coming out. Vicky, The Hanging of William Cain. So there's a lot of stuff down the pipeline, and I'm really excited. But, man, let me tell you, it takes some work. You do get tired, but I love it.
Well, and you know, you've definitely obviously got the acting bug, and now that you know you've got quite a number of credits under your belt, do you have a genre that you find yourself leaning more towards now that you like, maybe over some of the other stuff you've done?
You know, honestly, it seems like there's more horror being shot than there is any other thing. So,
well, it is Florida.
So I'm just kind of going toward what there is. You know, I'm not trying to be picky. I mean, obviously, I don't want to do something that's going to be too bad. And so far, everything that I've done, I think has been in good taste. But yeah, I'm just going to try to grab what there is. And I don't think I have a Hallmark or Lifetime face because I've submitted several times for those films, and I haven't gotten them yet. I only did one. It was called The Throwback with Will Sasso. But we'll see. Maybe I can be a Hallmark person or Lifetime because they kill people in those shows. So I like to die. So fake deaths, you know.
Yes, exactly. Well, and you also so when you say BTS, that's the behind the scenes photography that you do.
Yes.
And you also have had some experience on a green screen already. Tell me about that.
Yes. The film was called Brownstone. Yeah, Brownstone, and it was shot in Orlando. And I can't really give away too much of it, but I had to use a green screen because there's some certain elements. Even though I didn't have a speaking part, my part's kind of monumental. And being a bigger person, it was not easy standing on my tippy toes or the balls of my feet and doing some other things, actually spinning around and stuff like that. So once they get it all put together, it's going to look great. I just can't wait to see it because I'm really excited. I had to go back a couple of days after we initially shot because they wanted to do some extra pickup scenes. So, I was walking in the park and so it's going to be great. And hopefully it'll be out for the, what is that? OIF Jolt Challenge or whatever. So it's supposed to be out, I think, sometime in October. So we'll see. And everybody on set was great. That's one thing about meeting everybody on set. You make new friends, you network. And then, sometimes I've had people contact me and say, hey, can you do BTS for us? And without me having to go after it. So I kind of like that. And, it's just, I don't know. We'll see where it takes me.
I think that's a good point, is each set is sort of like a networking because everybody's involved in the movies, the actors, everybody's writing a movie, producing a movie, directing a movie, and you get to know people in the industry and they've got more projects and they kind of bring you on board or let you know in advance. And also being part of the JC Films Tampa Production Club, there'll be more opportunities for us to learn, take some workshops, and have opportunities for more movies too. And anybody is welcome to join the JC Films Production Club. So that's kind of fun that it's become open to the community instead of sort of that Hollywood closed, environment that we think of. And I actually have become very surprised after living in Hillsborough County for 26 years, how many movies are shooting locally. Tampa, Hillsborough County, Pasco County, Pinellas County. There's movies all over the place filming, TV shows, movies, and documentaries. So it's kind of exciting to be involved in the industry a little bit.
Yeah, I didn't realize that either.
Yeah, I mean, Maria, you and I have talked offline, how about the former CEO of Clearwater Marine Aquarium who produced Dolphin Tale and Dolphin Tale 2. I think just within this year alone, I think he's slated to do about 10 or 12 films here in Tampa Bay, which is unbelievable.
Unbelievable.
He's in line with a lot of those kind of Lifetime Hallmark movies. But, the beautiful thing is they're all being shot here. And I think it also is a testament to the diversity that we have here in terms of not only the folks who live here, but even the type of communities that we have, I think. And so that's incredibly exciting. And Jose, I mean, do you find yourself being kind of a community, like a certain, I want to say, what they call a player, like for a certain director, where you now kind of want to be in all of their films, like Quentin Tarantino has his favorites and Scorsese has his favorites. Is there any director you love working with?
I love working with them all. I don't want to pick one out over the other because each one of them has their own unique abilities and special.
Oh,
okay. My green screen just fell down.
Oh no.
Whoops. There we go.
Movie magic.
So they all have their special abilities. I can't pick one over the other. Everybody that I've worked under has been great. And I would work with them again in a heartbeat if they asked or whatever. So, because if I picked one over the other, I would make one mad and I don't want to do that. So I'm not like that.
No, everybody's got good qualities. You're a glass half full type of a person, which there's nothing wrong with that, Jose, especially. So this is sort of something you're starting later in life, and I think you fit right in. And you've done a couple Westerns, and it was interesting because I haven't been there, but there's a little sort of a Western town set in Parrish. And you've been over there a couple times for a couple different movies that have shot it's perfect for the Westerns. I think Florida has so much to offer. You can be in the beach one day, the swamp another. We can look like the jungle. You can find a little bit of a hilly area and look like other things. We just have such a great diversity. Plus our weather, you can film 12 months a year.
Exactly.
I think Florida is ideal as a place for movie shooting.
Well, that Western set is called Dry Creek, and I was there for the hanging of William Kane. And, you know, it's actually owned by Les McDowell, and it's actually a nice little set, and we were doing one of the scenes, and I was just an extra, and we had to run, and, you know, I'm a 5'7" guy, and I can't run worth a flip anymore like I could when I was younger, and as I'm running, I tripped and just did a roll. And, you know, it's not so bad when it's a couple of people watching, but there was probably a couple of 100 people watching. And then you get up and everybody's just like clapping and, you know, it's like, you know, so it was kind of embarrassing, but it was still fun. I got up, brushed off my clothes, and they were like, go ahead and sit down. So I sat down for a little bit, and I'm like, now let me get back up because I'm ready to do this again. And thank goodness I took some ibuprofen, though.
Yes. Yeah. No kidding. So I know the movies are keeping you busy, but in addition to that, you have the Jose Show. Tell me a little bit about that.
Well, I got a podcast, and then I do a live show for Zephyr Hills called the Jose Show Zephyr Hills Edition. And basically what my podcast is, which is also on the radio, turfsupradio.com, I try to get a hold of people that you may never hear of or hear their story, from people that's been abducted by aliens, that saw Bigfoot, board game designers, actors, directors, people that's had cancer. So I try to interview people like that, so that way they can get their story out. And probably the Bigfoot one and the alien one is hard to get a hold of because people are scared and they don't want to talk about it. But I enjoy doing it. I enjoy hearing their stories. I've even cried on a few of them, especially the one where the lady was a human trafficked for 17 years.
Oh.
Yeah, so that's a really good story. You know, she's saved and a Christian now. So I love doing it, and I'm going to continue to do it as long as the Lord allows me.
So some serious subject matter in addition to some fun and sort of whimsy subject matter as well. Well, it's just been awesome talking to you. I know I'm going to see you again because we have a red carpet premiere coming up, and I'm going to see you again on a set in the near future. But how can people get a hold of your podcast, get in touch with you? Give us some contact information for you.
Okay, so right now, if you want to go to thejoseshow.com, there's actually a player. I have some links, but I still got to update it. It's just so hard to update it. Or you can do a search for The Jose Show and put Buzzsprout, and you can find the page there as well. That's just the Buzzsprout website. As far as you can go to Facebook and do a search for The Jose Show. I have a group and a page. And right now, off the back of my head, I can't think of my Twitter or my Instagram, but I can send them to you, and you can, if you got show notes or whatever.
Okay. But thejoseshow.com is a good starting point.
Yes.
Okay.
And I will update it eventually, so just bear with me.
That's right. Now that you've mentioned it on the show, you're going to have to update it. Well, thank you so much for being here. I think it's awesome. Start something new, start something fun. You're great to have on set. I have appreciated you as a behind the scenes photographer because it's so nice if you're acting to be able to know that somebody's taking the pictures and you'll be able to see them later without distracting you from the craft. So thank you so much for everything you do on set, Jose, for everything you do for the films you're involved in. And we'll see you real soon.
Thank you. Oh, and guess who's taking pictures Sunday?
Who? Jose!
I was asked, so yeah, hopefully I'm not going to take it during the movie. I'll probably take it before and after, but yes.
Perfect, because, you know, I'm going to be red carpet ready. I'm going to be red carpet ready, Jose, so I need a couple pictures. Awesome.
You got it.
We'll see you real soon.
See you soon. Bye-bye.